Hey, this is Dr. Pearson, Dr. P. So it's Sunday, August 23rd, 2026, and doing a follow up video to the heart quadruple bypass because I don't get on Facebook that much. We use different medias. Stephanie does most of that stuff, Instagram, TikTok, but I got on Facebook and I had a lot of really nice messages from people, and I realized that I hadn't really done any follow up the way we planned on Facebook. A lot of editing. We've done a lot of videos, but the editing is more tedious than we realized, and I just wanted to get something put together so that I could kind of give people a heads up as to how good everything has been and say thank you so much for the wishes, really, and the healing thoughts and all that stuff. Really, what we wanted to do with that video was just make people aware that, I'd had it done. I didn't really miss a beat. I was gone for a week and 2 days. I think I was in the hospital 9 days. And I just wanted to give a little update as to the whole process because it went so well. And I want people to know that this can be that way for everybody for a number of reasons. And I think it's really important, in addition to all the mental health and natural healing we like to do, detox, weight loss, hormones, as natural and healthy as we can, you know, things happen. And I'd known I had this going on for years. I've had a high stress, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, just high intensity go life my entire life. So over 5 years ago, I kind of knew something was going on. I'm very in tune with my body, knew something was going on, and I got a calcium score, which is something everybody should get. Over 25, 30 years old, I mean, you should really get this test done because it's so powerful. If you have a positive calcium score, you've got heart disease. It measures the calcium in your arteries around your heart. It's 2 seconds, no dye, no needles, no nothing, in a CT scan, a little bit of radiation, but if your heart is laying down calcium in your arteries, it's trying to make them stronger from the plaquing that's happening. And I had higher numbers back in the day, and then I started to do all kinds of chelation, plaque X, phosphatidylcholine IVs, supplementation. I mean, I really stepped up my game as far as my health. This is years ago when I found out I had it. I didn't do any other testing. The calcium score was enough, and I felt better. So I kept doing this for years and years and years, feeling good. If anybody knows me, they know we were traveling. I was hiking every day up until coming back to Florida after last year and just staying active. So I also had done, I'm just to kind of lay the groundwork of being very on top of your health and how common heart disease is. I mean, I think 88% of adults getting tested have some plaquing. We're stressed out and our hearts take it. And I think that's why we developed this. It's just it stress and life, and you can even get spiritual and religious with this stuff. Angels and demons and whatnot, they can come and breakups, relationships, marriages, divorce. I mean, it attacks your heart, our heart chakra, our empathogenic centers. I mean, this stuff is real, and it's been ongoing and on building. So I was doing a lot of things to make sure I was healthy enough to keep going without getting further testing. I got an echo that looked great. My ejection fraction was over 60%. I had a CTA that looked reasonable, had some blockages, but nothing crazy. And I think the IVs were doing great with that. So I was really just doing everything I could to be as healthy as I could, knowing I had this, but working with a good functional medicine doctor, Elizabeth Tringali. She's a PA, but might as well be a doctor, running Tringali Vibrant Health, deciding what to do, next, and just avoiding the invasive stuff as long as I could. Then my blood pressure got wacky, just like 2, 3 months ago. It just got unstable, and went to my cardiologist, and he said it's time for the cardiac catheterization, which I agreed it was. Let's see what's in there. Let's see what's going on. Do you need some stents? Do you need something worse? So I got that done, and yeah, it was pretty significant. I mean, the arteries had calcified so much, they were clear. They were either clear or they were blocked, and they were really calcified. My numbers had just kept climbing and climbing, which was going to be another reason to get the catheterization. But so I was getting it even without chest pain, without a heart attack, never had a heart attack. Knock on wood, I never had any of that stuff. I was really blessed to know what was going on. and the catheterization showed I had all kinds of reverse flow that had formed. I mean, I really do think I'm here for a reason. I hope to teach people about this stuff in mental health and more with more natural methods. But when you need to get fixed, you need to get fixed. And my heart had done everything it could. My body had done everything it could to keep me free from something bad happening, which was amazing. Just a little bit of blood pressure. So luckily, I had the time to research the surgeons, which was beautiful. Found Dr. Joseph Lamellis over in Naples. He was significantly different over there than the East Coast. Just do your research. Always, interview three at least doctors, just like you would people putting in a pool or building a home. You want to see who's out there and what they do. They all looked great, but just differences and nuances and different medical centers. And Naples stood out to us as well worth the trip to see Dr. Lamellis and his wife Shay. They wound up doing a quadruple bypass. Took 6 hours instead of three. It was four vessels instead of three. It was pretty significant, but the guy is a rock star, as is his wife, and came out of it. And for a day or two, if you feel a little rough, I mean, you just had your heart, your chest cracked open, and it's tough. You're tough walking around and getting back going. But I'm motivated, and then I started having arrhythmias. So that was unusual, and I'd always had signs of possible arrhythmias on my EKGs, but never a true arrhythmia. Sometimes it was Wolff Parkinson White, a really rare condition with an accessory pathway that skips around your SA node to your AV node, and it can be dangerous on medicines I was taking, beta blockers. Or I had a right bundle branch block show, or I'd have a normal AKG. So I'd never really had an arrhythmia, but after you have heart surgery like that, new things can pop up. You got all this new blood flow, and I had arrhythmias pop up on day 3. The day I went back up to the out of the ICU to the normal floor, I had all these crazy arrhythmias, and it was time to then get an ablation of the accessory pathways that was causing the arrhythmia. And it was a little bit, I would say stressful. It was interesting. We were making sure things were there wasn't any other cause. And a week later, I had the ablation done, which is a really cool procedure. Another 3 hours in the OR. But they map all the electricity in the heart, and then they go find where this arrhythmia is coming from and zap it. So in 9 days, 2 procedures, 9 hours total surgery. Uh, by that time, after the second surgery, I felt great. I'd been a week since the first one. I was walking around the unit, spinning my walker, just feeling good. I've got pictures I could show. I mean, these guys just are pros, man. So I just felt good, and I came home, started walking the stairs up 4 flights to my condo, and I have felt amazing ever since. Because I mean, they fixed the problem, and I'm young and otherwise healthy, I hope, and new plumbing, new wiring. I feel great. So people say it's a little unusual to see someone looking this good after just a few weeks. I'm 6 weeks now, but at 2, 3 weeks, I was feeling like people said I should look 2, 3 months out. So I'm just thankful and grateful that I was aware of it. And we want to teach the world about this stuff. Heart disease is so common, so common. And we're just stressed out, and love is the most, it's what the universe is built on. It's the most powerful force in the universe. And, our egos are really good at hurting each other with love, and that hurts our hearts. And I think that's why we get so much of this stuff. And I'm a prime example. I love intense, I love deep, and I think that was a huge part of it. But all good now. Thank you so much for the wishes. Call us with any questions, write comments. We want to do a lot more of this to teach. Of course, we love the mental, spiritual health and plant medicine. Um, Weight loss, detox, bioidentical plant-based hormones, all the stuff we love to do and get people healthy as naturally as we can. Now we're experts in heart. It's when it gets bad, but it never got bad. Thank God. I'm so grateful. No heart attacks, no nothing really. I mean, a little chest pain and discomfort back in the day when I found it out, but that never came back. Just blood pressure. So we're gonna get more out there, and thanks so much for all the nice comments. Can't wait to see everybody more and more and help people with whatever they want help with. We all learning and loving together and living. Talk to you soon. Dr. P out.